Where's my refund? Why is it still processing? That's a common question a lot of people are asking right now. And it's a good question because even though the website says that it's going to be 21 days after you do electronic filing, or up to 8 weeks if you file by mail, a lot of people still haven't received their refund check yet. And a lot of the delays are due to COVID-19 or and due to the fact that they sent out stimulus checks around the same time a lot of people were filing their taxes. Also, too, the people that filed on February 12th, which were the early birds that filed right when the IRS was accepting refunds, for some reason, a lot of those got re-triggered in their system to be reprocessed because some update that they had to do in their system. So that caused more delays for some people. If you're looking to check and see what the status of your refund is and you have not already visited the IRS website, you can go to the website of www.irs.gov/refunds and use the Check My Refund Status tool. When you go there, they're going to ask for your social security number, your filing status, and the exact refund amount. No change, just the whole dollars. After you enter your tax information, you'll get another screen that looks similar to this, and it's got like a status bar on the top. Sometimes when you go to the website, the status bar just totally disappears, and sometimes it doesn't. That really doesn't mean anything. I googled it, I searched, and it really doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean because it just hasn't been processed yet. So I wouldn't freak out if your status bar completely disappears for a little bit. It's just because on their side, they're getting inundated with everybody checking where the refund is. Everybody's checking to see where the stimulus check is. So sometimes their website's just overwhelmed. But I'll just let you know what the three other status bars are if you see them on your when you go check the website. The first one is the return received. If you just see that one clicked, that means they got your return information and they're still processing it and they're just not done reviewing it yet. Now, if you see that one and then the second one also in like that reddish orange color showing refund approved, that means they got your refund information, your tax return information, they reviewed it, they processed it, and they approved your refund. They just haven't set up a date for it to be sent or direct deposit date yet. But if you have all three that are in red or orange, whatever color that is, that means that they got it. You got your tax return. They processed it. Your refund was approved, and they sent your refund. And if they sent your refund, you'll have like a direct deposit date or a date that the check was mailed below, and then they'll tell you what your refund amount will be for and the deposit date. Now, sometimes, from what I've been seeing and hearing, is sometimes the refund amount will be less than what you thought it would be, and that will be like if you have like a tax offset, like say you owe like an old student loan, like a couple $100s or whatever that you defaulted on, and they had to offset your taxes for that, or like you owed somebody some money and they put a lien on your IRS tax return, and you see the lesser amount, then you'll see a refund amount in there be less than what you were anticipating. But the IRS should also send you a letter letting you know like why it was a lower amount. So if you do see that, just keep an eye out for a letter and they'll let you know what the reason is. But for most people, we're going to get whatever we filed for. Now, I highlight on here on this page the contact us um, link. And the reason I do that is because if your refund was sent to you by direct deposit and it's been more than 5 days and you still haven't gotten your checking account or your savings account, then I would click that button just to see what it says. Because like in some instances, what was happening is the IRS was sending it to the wrong checking accounts. So like they might have had an older checking account for you on file, or like say you did taxes with TurboTax and or like another tax provider like H&R Block, one of the big guys, and you did your taxes with them. If you inputted your information wrong, then you're not going to get your refund because the bank's not going to know where to deposit it at. Like say if you entered a rounding number for like say one bank and then a checking account, their checking account information for another bank, there's no way that they can apply that money because they don't know where to put it. So what will happen is the money will go back to the IRS, and then it's still going to show that it was direct deposited, even though you never got the money. So if you see that, like if you spend more than 5 days and it says a direct deposit date, check the contact us button, and then it'll give you information who to call. It'll give you an extension number and everything, and then what reference number to give them. Now, if you go to your page and it says, oh, tax topic 152, that really doesn't mean anything. It just means they got your return, it's being processed, and then it's going to just give you some generic wording like something like, oh, the average return takes up to 21 days for direct deposit for you to receive in your banking account. 9 out of 10 people will receive it within 21 days. And that's all that is. It doesn't mean anything's wrong with your return or anything like that. So if you see tax topic 152, I wouldn't freak out about it. Here's the refund status results. Explained a little bit more for that status bar. Like the first one is the return was received, second one refund approved, and the last one was the refund was sent. And if you have all three bars, then you should be in good shape. That means you're getting your tax refund either by check or mail. There are some instances, like I said, like it might have been mailed and you just never got it in the mail, got lost or stolen, or it could have been direct deposited and you never received it for reasons like maybe you put the wrong information by accident or something like that. But I just wanted to reiterate that information. If you select that contact us link, it'll give you like the reference number that you need when you call the IRS, and it'll give you a phone number and an extension to use. I don't know if the extension number changes or not based upon the reference number, so I would probably make sure you check that contact us link on the website and get that proper reference number for yours before you call the IRS. Just to make sure you give them the correct information. Also on this page, like it'll tell you what your filing status, your refund amount, and deposit dates were, if it was deposited already, or in whether or not they've already, decided what the amount was. If you get a reference code on there, in many cases, no action is required on your part. But one of the most common codes is 9001, which means you access the website using a different social security number 10. Once the IRS analyzes your information, just ensure that there was no fraud, your return will process like normal. If there's an issue, they'll typically send you a letter by mail within 90 days. Now, here are some of the most common reference numbers that are out there. I'm just listing them here. I'm not going to go through them all, but I know that like the 9001 is a common one. And then the 1501 and 1502 are very common. The 1501 and 1502 reference numbers, that is that you had direct deposit and you need to check with your bank to see if they received the refund. And if so, did they process it or did they return it back to the IRS? Because if they return it back to the IRS, that means the IRS is now going to process you as though you mailed your tax return. And now it's going to take another 4 to 6 weeks for you to get your refund. Here, just the reference numbers continued. I just wanted to list them out just so that way if you get a reference number, you kind of know what it means, because the reference number really is just for the IRS on their end to know what to do with your information. Once they get that reference number from you, there's something on their end that they have to do to check the status of your refund on their end. For us, it doesn't really mean anything because either we got our refund or we didn't. I hope that you guys found this information useful, and I'll try to put out a new video soon in reference to the IRS website. If there's any updates that I find or anything that I think that would be helpful for people. Until next time, and if you can like and subscribe to my page, thank you. Otherwise, have a good day, and hopefully we all get our refund soon.